dressed in her black sports bra and tight black shorts. Dr. Dupont was actually conscious of several pairs of eyes on her as she began her 20-minute workout on the exercise bicycle. She didn't really mind the attention. In fact, she would not be wearing that rather skimpy sports bra if she had really objected. But quite a lot depended, naturally enough, on who was paying the attention. Today, she was conscious that a young female student, not one of her own incidentally, was glancing in her direction rather frequently. The girl was quite tall, with an attractive figure, short fair hair, and smiling blue eyes. She was dressed as if for tennis, a white t-shirt with a collar and short sleeves with a pleated short white skirt. She was hauling some weights on a pulley, just to the right of where Dr. Dupont was cycling. The girl had such a ready smile that Dr. Dupont found herself smiling back from time to time. After her cycle ride, she walked over to the drinks fountain, which was a fair distance from the various exercise machines, and she sensed that someone had moved to stand behind her. Sure enough, it was that same girl, and Dr. Dupont was the first to speak. "You look like you were pulling some pretty heavy stuff there." "Oh, no, not really. I don't want to bulk up my arms too much." "I know what you mean. But you look in really good shape," said Dr. Dupont in genuine admiration. "Why, thank you, I'm sure." The girl looked really delighted. "And so do you." Dr. Dupont smiled inwardly at the compliment but tried to appear unmoved. "What's your major?" the girl asked. Dr. Dupont was happy with this question. How lovely to be mistaken for a student. For a moment, Dr. Dupont felt like pretending she was indeed a student. Something told her it might be safer, and even perhaps sexier. But she stuck to the truth and replied, No, I'm on the staff." "I actually know that. I've been to a lecture," the girl said quickly. "But you do look so young. You really keep yourself in great shape." Dr. Dupont could feel herself getting a little embarrassed now, and wondered if she might be going ever so slightly pink. "Good that I've just had a workout," she thought to herself. "I'll be pretty pink in any case, so nothing will show." "So what do you study?" Dr. Dupont inquired, trying to sound fairly formal. "I do politics with a sociology minor." "Interesting. There are some overlaps with my own subject, which is psychology." "That's great," the girl said with real enthusiasm. "And do you specialize within psychology?" "My subject is psychology of human attraction," Dr. Dupont replied, adopting the matter-of-fact face she had practiced so many times when telling others about her research interests. "My PhD was entitled Looks or Personality, a pseudo-integrative study of cognitive dissonance in interpersonal relations." "Oh gosh," the girl said, as if not quite sure how to comment. "That must have been really involved." There was a long silence. "Sorry, it seems to have been a conversation stopper," said Dr. Dupont. "I could make myself a specialist in tax law, if that would make me more interesting to you." They both laughed. "You fancy a bite? I mean a bite to eat?" Dr. Dupont found herself suggesting. Where had that come from? She had normally made it a rule not to dine with her students. "Yeah, that'd be great," the girl replied quickly. "Do you normally shower here?" "No, I don't like to shower in front of the students. I guess you can understand that." "Of course, we don't want them mentally undressing you while you're lecturing," the girl said with a cheeky grin. "Though I know a few that do." "Really?" Dr. Dupont exclaimed, before wishing she hadn't. She could feel herself turning pink and wishing she wouldn't. "Oh, yes, we've talked about it over drinks on a Friday." "Really?" Dr. Dupont noticed that her voice was cracking a little. "Oh, yes, Professor, and I'll tell you a little secret if you like." "And go on," the professor said cautiously. "Well, one time we did a drinking game. Animal signs if you know it. And anyway, if you lost, you had to have a drink and nominate an item of clothing you'd like to remove from Professor Dupont." Dr. Dupont knew she was a bright pink now, and she said, "I'm not sure that's appropriate behavior." The professor was fighting back a slight smile and thinking to herself, "This girl is so fun, so pretty, and so vivacious." "Oh, yes," the girl continued relentlessly. "I got to remove your glasses." Dr. Dupont felt a little relief at the modest nature of this item. "So you must have been early in the game," the professor prompted. Oh no, not at all. We were a big group, and by the time it was my turn, the glasses were the last available option.